track and field is a sport where either you win or fail to win in the eyes of the fans. That is true at every single level of competition, including college. And that means there's a whole bunch of failures out there. It's the reason why when Matthew Bowling won his first NCAA indoor title, you probably don't even remember that Terrence was even there, but he only lost by 1/100th of a second in the 200-meter dash. And the funny thing is that they're both technically All-Americans, along with every other man who made the 200-meter final. If you watch my channel, then you know that I rank high school track and field recruits across the entire nation in every event, so we can really determine who is really the best. We don't rank the athletes like that in college, but what does matter is making the All-American list. The system we have right now gives first team All-American status to the 8 athletes who make the final, and second team to the next 8 athletes on the leaderboards. If you do the math on that, across all the events, there's a lot of All-Americans. And remember, every single division is doing the same thing, but no other sport functions like this. In college basketball, only 5 men are first team, 5 get to be second, and 5 get to be third. And your performance from the entire season is how you get on that list. It's the reason why Zach Edey of Purdue was the Player of the Year in 2023, even though his team didn't even make it out the first round during March Madness. Even college football only gives out 1 first-team All-American slot per position, so I created an All-American list for the best track and field athletes across all the events and regardless of your division. It starts with the first team, goes all the way down to the third, and even has some honorable mentions. The goal is to showcase the best track and field athletes, not just honor performances in one single event, because a sprinter is a sprinter, whether or not you do the 60 or the 400. But if you can jump along with your sprinting, you deserve a bit more respect. And if you're a distance runner who can run the mile all the way up to the 5K, you deserve a whole lot of credit for that too. Simply put, if you really want to go first team on my list, you can't just be one of the best in one single event. College coaches want to win meets, and scoring a whole bunch of points is how they do it. But even amongst the first team All-Americans, there are athletes who are truly the best of the best. And that is why I created the SCA Top 10. So here is a breakdown of the 10 best indoor track and field athletes on the men's side in all of college and the schools they compete for. I know there are a bunch of talented athletes across all the divisions, but with everything we have to go off of, these 10 are clearly the best through the entire indoor season. And you can even view the full list for all the SCA All-Americans on SCArecruiting.com because you or someone you know just might be on it. And of course, the list for the ladies is definitely coming out soon as well. But if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section because I try to read them all. Starting off at number 10 is Nathan Greene of the Washington Huskies. He's the best distance runner on a team with a whole bunch of great ones. He went top 10 in the mile and the 800, but the Pac-12 didn't have to deal with him indoors because they don't host a conference meet for that. But if he stays in college, the Big Ten will have to put up with him really soon. Number 9 is another distance runner, Las Heras of Northern Arizona. And if you know anything about his team, you can assume he's not the only one on this list. His 3K and 5K are just one of the reasons why NAU is one of the best programs in the entire NCAA, even though they still compete in the Big Sky Conference. But the number 8 spot goes to the SCA Thrower of the Year for the indoor season, Tarik Robinson O'Hagan of Ole Miss. He's the only one ranked top 5 in both the shot put and the weight throw. So if you really want to score points in the throws, he is your best bet to do it at any meet around the country. But the distance theme keeps going at number 7 with Parker Wolfe of UNC. He's ranked inside the nation's top 10 for the 5K, the 3K, and the mile. That makes him the best distance runner in the ACC, and the primary reason why they knocked off Florida State at their conference meet, which is ironic because the number 6 spot goes to the man whose team he had to beat to pull it off. Jeremiah Davis of Florida State is the SCA Jumper of the Year. He's top 5 in the long jump and the triple jump, making him the best athlete in the ACC, regardless of event. Number 5 is Caleb Dean of Texas Tech, who's not only one of the best hurdlers in the nation, but he's also one of the best sprinters in the 60. It explains why he's way out in front, even with the hurdles. But guess what? He's not the only Red Raider on this list. Number 4 is Kai Robinson of Stanford, who's already proven his dominance last season at the Outdoor Championship meet. He's ranked top 3 again in the 3K and the 5K, but might not stick around long enough to help Stanford with their transition to the ACC. And believe it or not, there's one more athlete better than him in the Pac-12's final season. That man is Johnny Brackins of USC. He gets the number 3 spot. He's one of the national leaders in the 60 hurdles, and also top 2 in the long jump. So you could argue he's the most versatile athlete through the entire indoor season, and he'll probably help the Trojans outdoors, even in races without hurdles. I'm aware there may be some controversy over the final 2 spots, but I just chose to let the facts tell me who deserves to be number 1. That is why Nico Young of Northern Arizona is the second best track and field athlete in the entire nation. But it also makes him the distance runner of the year for the indoor campaign. He shattered the 5K collegiate record after Graham Blanks already broke it earlier in the season. And he's also among the nation's leaders in the 3K. The only reason he's not number 1 is because somebody else looks a little bit more dominant. Through the indoor season, Terrence Jones of Texas Tech has been the best college track and field athlete. And of course, that makes him the best sprinter. He's not only the collegiate leader in the 60 and the 200. He came into this year already holding the collegiate record in the 60. He's the reigning NCAA champion in that event. And of course, things could change outdoors. But as of right now, he's the best sprinter on the best sprinting team in all of the NCAA. To be honest with you, we're all just waiting for him to run this fast in a race with everybody actually paying attention in Paris this summer, because he'll be there at the Olympics representing the Bahamas with a chance to steal a medal in either short sprinting event. Becoming an All-American in college track and field is a very big deal and proves that you might have what it takes to take on the best in the world. You can even compete internationally before you turn pro if you're good enough, and then return back to college to give it another go. Ironically, the NCAA Indoor Championship meet is more competitive than the World Indoor Championship from top to bottom. So don't be fooled by the label All-American, because anybody who makes my list is legitimately world class. But these 10 men have proven during the entire 2024 indoor season that they are really the best of the best. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.